Listen, man. Tank Davis versus Vasyl Lomachenko is a bigger fight and a better fight than Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. I'm sorry, I understand that statement just made some of y'all go like, what, bro? What are you saying, bro? What are you talking about? Knockout, don't do this. Knockout, you hate Shakur Stevenson. No, I don't. I want to see Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. But right now in 2024, based on what we've seen so far this year in boxing, Tank and Loma is the better fight and the bigger fight. Let's talk about why. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video. Turn on your notifications. Catch me live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. I'm also live every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Join the channel as a member. Drop super chats when you come by. Hit me up if you want to debate. All you gotta do is email me, or you can just pull up to the channel. We can debate while I'm live. I'll drop the link for you. But let's talk about this shit. So, bigger. Tank Davis versus Loma, a bigger fight. Meaning, live gate, pay-per-view numbers. To me, that's the no-brainer part of this video. That's the part that we don't have to spend that much time on, but we'll talk about it. So, I think it's clearly a bigger fight. I think Bob Arum is correct when he's looking at his promotional company, and he's like, yo, I need to send a lightweight to fight Gervonta Tank Davis in the fight that could be the biggest, most profitable fight for my company. I think when Premier Boxing Champions is saying, yo, we need a dance partner for Gervonta Tank Davis from Top Rank that can give us the biggest return on our investment, the biggest opportunity to make as much money as possible, what is the fight that fans want to see the most? If we put Tank Davis in the ring with somebody from Top Rank, I think it's a clear no-brainer that it's Vasyl Lomachenko. And I tell y'all this all the time, which is why people that think Tank and Shakur so big or Tank and Devin is so big, listen, man, Tank already got their fans. He done already cornered the Black American market fans, bro. The Black American fight fan is rocking with Tank. Even the ones that criticize him, some of his biggest, you know what I'm saying, critics that are Black American fight fans, they tuning in, they buying his fights. And Tank get a lot of love too. The majority of the casual Black American fight fan, the majority of the diehard Black American fight fans rocking with Tank. So Shakur Stevenson not bringing a fan base to the table that Tank Davis don't already got. You know what I mean? Tank Davis already got them sold up. It's simple market share, bro. It's a simple market share conversation that we're having as to why Tank Davis and Vasyl Lomachenko is a bigger fight. The fact of the matter is, Vasyl Lomachenko has an entire country and an entire market that supports him that Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Devin Haney can't tap into. Which is why, to this day, the best pay-per-view numbers that we have that Devin Haney has done were the ones with Vasyl Lomachenko. We still ain't got them Ryan numbers yet. Still waiting on them bitches. Still waiting on them hoes. Still ain't got them yet, bro. Them Regis numbers was trash. Why? Because Devin already had the same fans as Regis, and Regis fans are Devin fans anyway. Black Americans, bro. So the fight is bigger because Ukraine is a completely different country with millions of people in it that are Loma fans that Shakur don't have access to. He don't have an Eastern European fan base like Vasyl Lomachenko. So that clearly makes the Tank fight versus Loma a bigger fight, a more lucrative fight, a fight that can make more money because Shakur Stevenson, from a fan base perspective, when we're talking generating revenue, he doesn't bring anybody to the table that ain't already fucking with Tank anyway. Zim Mill, my homie, already fucking with Tank. He's not bringing a new fan to the table. Big Dog Willie, my homie. He already watching Tank. He already a fan of Tank. He's a bigger fan of Shakur, but he already buying Tank fights anyway. So Tank Davis fighting Shakur is not Shakur bringing a new fan to the fight. Big Dog Willie, Zim Mill, they already bought Tank versus Frank. So they buying Tank versus Shakur anyway because Tank and Shakur share the same fan base, bro. My homie Blunt Sports, he already bought Tank versus Frank. He already watching that fight. He's a huge Shakur fan, right? A bigger fan of Shakur than he is of Tank. So when Tank and Shakur fight, of course he's buying the fight, but he was buying Tank fights anyway. He was watching Shakur fights anyway. My homie ETB, Everything Boxing, he a fan of both. He got Shakur beating Tank. Shakur fighting Tank ain't gonna make my homie ETB buy the fucking fight anymore as if he didn't already buy. He already bought Tank versus Frank. Because he's a fan of boxing, number one. But number two, he rocking with Tank anyway, bro. He just got Shakur beating Tank. So Shakur fighting Tank ain't bringing that many new fans. The fans that was already buying Tank fights is going to buy the fight when he fights Shakur anyway because they share the same fan base. Now, Lomachenko, Alexander Usyk, Dennis Berinchik, they come from a completely different country. They have a completely different fan base. Loma fans ain't necessarily Tank fans. It's only one person. Literally, bro. Think about this, right? Loma has people that carry them Ukrainian flags to the goddamn fights. He has people that go to his fights. He does pretty good numbers when he fights on the East Coast. When he fought in Vegas against Devin, he had some good people in there for him. The crowd went crazy booing Devin when he got the win over Loma in Vegas. He has fans that are not Tank Davis fans, that are not Devin Haney fans. You can think of one person that comes by my channel that's a Lomachenko fan, and that's the homie Black Truth. There's a completely different fan base that is going to buy the fight that ain't necessarily buying Tank fights, that ain't necessarily going to Tank fights, but that support Lomachenko. And that is the Ukrainian boxing fan base, which is just growing and growing and growing because of guys like Loma, because of guys like Alexander Usyk, because of what's going on in their country. They are going to ride. That is why Tank and Loma is a bigger fight. Bob Arum is correct about that. I think so far in this video, I haven't said anything that anyone can disagree with if you're of sound mind and you're using basic common knowledge and common sense and you have any kind of business acumen, bro. So there's that part of it. That's why the Tank and Loma fight is a bigger fight than Tank versus Shakur, because Lomachenko brings a completely different demographic and a completely different fan base that Shakur Stevenson doesn't bring. Shakur Stevenson brings fans that are already buying Tank fights anyway, that are already fucking with Tank anyway. If you're paying attention to Tank, you're paying attention to Devin. If you're paying attention to Devin, you're paying attention to Shakur. You're paying attention to all three of them because they share the same fan base. If you're interested in them three, you watching Keyshawn Davis, you seeing what's going on with Abdullah Mason. They all share the same fans. Like Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. It's why Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, everyone thought it was huge, but because a lot of their fans are from the same fan base, and a lot of people that like Bud also rock with Earl, they just like Bud more. A lot of people that rock with Earl just rock with Earl more, but they watching and buying Bud fights anyway. I was buying Bud pay-per-views before Earl. I was buying Earl pay-per-views before Bud. So when they fought each other, they didn't get a new buyer. Shit, I'm already buying both of them anyway. Same thing with Tank and Shakur, right? So there's the bigger part. Now, Tank and Loma is a better fight to me too. And I know this is the part of the video where I'm going to lose some of y'all. But hear me out and why I say this, bro. It's a better fight because Lomachenko is more trustworthy for my money. Okay? It's more trustworthy for my money. I know that if they make the Tank and Loma fight, that when I spend my money to buy that goddamn fight, or go to it, depending upon when and where it's at. I know Loma is coming to win and stand on business. I do not trust that about Shakur, bro. People in Texas can't drive sometimes, dog. I don't trust that about Shakur. I am worried about how he is going to fight the fight. I am worried about how he is going to react to being in the ring and going against the power of Tank Davis. Because of a few things. Number one, how he said shit. He basically told Frank Martin, you getting that motherfucker shit. You worry about his power, you just run. You just move around that bitch. How he fought Nakathila and how he fought Edwin. Y'all can say what y'all want. Even how he fought Oscar Valdez. Listen, Shakur fans, you can say what you want. But every time I've seen a threat or a perceived threat in front of that man, he put out a stinker. Okay? He's a front runner like Frank Martin. If Shakur Stevenson know you can't fuck with him because he done whooped your ass, then he will fight you like Conceição. He will fight your ass like Jamel Herring. But if he feels threatened by you in any way, he nut up, he tuck his tail, and he move around the fucking ring. If he felt Nakathila was a threat and fought that fight that way, how in the fuck do you think he's going to behave with Tank Davis in front of him? I don't trust that he'll come there to win. I trust he'll come there to survive and hope he can get a decision. That's what I trust, bro. I trust that he will come there to survive and hope that he can amateurishly outpoint his way to a decision. And I'm not trying to spend my money on that shit over what I know Loma's gonna do. Loma gonna come in that bitch trying to stand on business, trying to win that fucking fight. It's better for my money. It's more entertaining for my money. It's a better fucking fight, bro. I want to see Shakur get in front of somebody and do them like he did Jamel Herring. That's the special shit. The running around the ring, Guillermo Rigondeaux, John Riel, Casimiro. I'm not trying to spend my money on that shit, bro. Y'all can spend y'all money on that shit, big up that shit, call that shit boxing skills and shit if you want to. Simply using lateral movement and trying to escape a motherfucker the entire fucking fight. That ain't boxing to me, dog. That ain't boxing to me, dog. Okay? That's not boxing. Y'all can call it what y'all want to call it. That ain't boxing to me. So I think Tank and Loma is a better fight because I think Loma is more sure of himself. He's more confident. He has absolutely, positively nothing to lose. And he going to come out and he going to go balls to the wall trying to have his last hoorah and his last big moment. I don't trust that about Shakur Stevenson, bro. I think Shakur Stevenson has the potential to do wonders in this. I think he can be a very good fighter to great fighter. But I don't see a confident fighter. I see a dude that talks a certain way and fights a totally different way. And y'all can act like the mental shit, mind shit don't matter and shit. People tried to do that shit with me with Frank Martin. What did I tell y'all, bro? Y'all will learn to trust me one day. I looked at Frank Martin and I told y'all he's scared, bro. He's scared. This shit not gonna be competitive. And then what ended up happening? What ended up happening to Frank Martin? What ended up happening to him, bro? He went in that bitch and you could tell from the opening round, he wasn't sitting down on no punches. That boy fought scared. And I'm telling you, I've seen Shakur Stevenson fight enough. That boy fight totally different when there's a threat in front of him. If there's no threat, he gonna go down there and he gonna do his thing. And if he find out you a threat, he gonna get to running around that bitch. He gonna fight Tank Davis on high alert like Tank is a threat, and he gonna run around that goddamn ring all fucking night, bro. And Shakur fans, Y'all can get mad all y'all want to. But until he prove otherwise, bro, that's why I'm at with it. That's why I'm at with it. He gonna have to show me something, bro. So I'm glad Tank is fighting Loma first, because I think it's a better fight right now. It's damn sure a bigger fight, and it'll give Shakur Stevenson some time to show the world why we should want to see him in the ring versus Tank. Lay down some demos. Artem is a pretty good fighter that you ain't sparred before. Sit in that bitch like you did Jamel Herring and make that motherfucker miss and make him pay all fucking night. Do these power punches the way that you do Yoshino and Jamel Herring, and then motherfuckers will be like, yo, maybe he might be able to neutralize Tank. Yo, maybe Shakur might be able to do something with Tank. Because right now, everybody know, and I don't give a fuck what, the only people that don't believe this shit is your fans. But everybody know, from Tank fans to diehard boxing fans like myself that's also Tank fans, and to the general public, everyone believes and is rightly justified in believing that Shakur Stevenson is going to get in that bitch and nut up when he fight Tank and run around the ring. Because he basically told Frank Martin, he told people to do that shit. Hey, if you know you can't fuck with a motherfucker, if you worry about a motherfucking power, shit, you get the fuck out of there. Like, ain't nobody trying to see that shit, bro. So I agree with Bob Arum on wanting the Loma fight for Tank, because it's a bigger fight, and as a fight fan, they gonna be putting these fights on pay-per-view. I need entertainment value. Y'all can act like that shit don't matter. That shit matter. I want to be entertained for my money. Got me fucked up. Finna watch nobody run around in goddamn ring, man. That shit boring. Shakur, start standing on business. Start showing skills and not running, and then maybe you get the opportunities you're looking for. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll see y'all soon. Peace out.